Welcome back to Yahoo Sports Radio 1560 AM. Now, for a number of years, been involved with the great help and support and partnership of the grassroots soccer community here in Houston, Texas. It is Kick Cancer Soccer Clinics, which are going to be occurring on December 12th and 13th in Houston. Cy-Fair Dynamos, Eclipse Soccer Club, Albion Hurricanes will all be holding events on those days. And basically, these are clinics that support pediatric cancer research. In fact, Curing Children's Cancer Fund, cccfund.org, is a 501c charity. All the funds go to that, and it's all earmarked for cancer research for children. And we get this great turnout from people, this great hosting from these clubs. We've got a number of Dynamo and Dash players involved: Tyler Derrick, Ricardo Clark, Paul Rogers, the Dynamo goalkeeper coach, Kalia Ohai, Stephanie Oakes, Freddie Reyes and Eileen Dowd are going to be talking to the youth at these camps. These are two young people that have beaten cancer on their own. They've got quite the message and story to tell. So this is more than soccer, but it is done by the Houston soccer community. And with that, we bring in now from the Cy-Fair Dynamos, their coaching director. He also played professionally for the Houston Hotshots in the Continental Indoor Soccer League over at the Summit. He is Olivier Finidori.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for sitting through that long-winded intro, but I had to get all the information out here because, as you guys know and have done so beautifully each and every year, you guys have made a real commitment to this, to pediatric cancer. And I think what we all really revel in the fact is that this is very grassroots. This is us at the local level just donating time and expertise.
Yes, absolutely. That's an event that we take to heart, and something we're very, very proud and excited to be a part of.
Now, you'll have Ricardo Clark, and again, many thanks to Houston Dynamo players and ex-pros. We're going to mention some of them, but Ricardo Clark will be coming to your site. That's going to be exciting. Talk a little bit about what the personal connection with a pro player like Ricardo Clark means.
Well, for a young player, all these young players, basically, they idolize the professional players, and someone that's the stature of Ricardo Clark, a current Dynamo player in the MLS and has been able to play in the World Cup and everything else. That doesn't get any better than that for our young players.
Now, you guys have embraced this up in Cy-Fair, and, of course, Jim Walker's up there. Joby Napier have helped out with this in such a big way. But tell us why it's important for a club like yours to be involved in community and involved in efforts like this, because every single youth soccer club in Houston has had a young a boy or girl that has been affected by pediatric cancer. By the way, every year 10,000 children around the country and around the world are diagnosed with cancer.
Well, basically, Glenn, I don't think it's something that's specific to the Dynamo Soccer Club. I think it's much bigger. It's something that every youth soccer club should go and take a part of. Again, like you said, the 10,000 children that die from this terrible disease every year, and it's really, really great to see that the whole soccer community come together. It's way above and beyond, whether it's the Dynamos or the Eclipse or the Albion or any of the clubs that are doing this. It's hopefully every youth soccer club in the community is going to go and get involved, no matter who's hosting it.
No, we're hoping that more will jump on board in the future. Again, this is Olivier Finidori. He's the coaching director of the Cy-Fair Dynamos. They will host December 13th from 2 to 5 p.m. Ricardo Clark will be at their site. So you don't have to be a part of the Dynamos youth soccer club, by the way. Everybody and anybody can come to these sites. So keep that in mind. It's only $55. That all goes to the Curing Children's Cancer Fund, which is a 501c charity. And you sign up at cccfund.org. It is a fun day because there's a lot of playing, there's a lot of good instruction, but it really is a real fun day. I've been up to your site a number of times, and it's just there is a different feeling on this day. I don't think there's any question, because I think not only is it soccer, but we're thinking a little bit deeper than that.
No, absolutely. And through the years, with all the professional players that have come and all the other coaches, the guest coaches that have participated in the event, they all come up with such a great attitude, and the campers and the parents, everybody involved just makes it a real special day. And like you said, this is not by any means a Dynamos event. We're just very proud to host it. We're still looking at actually having a couple of college coaches will actually come out. So the Dynamo staff will, of course, be in place to go and support the event, but we're hoping many other staff from different places will come out and take part as well.
Yeah, now here's a list of some people who are involved. And again, a big thank you from both Olivier and I. Tyler Derrick, the Dynamo goalkeeper, will be showing up at a site. Ricardo Clark, Paul Rogers, who's the Dynamo goalkeeper. And by the way, I'm not sure everybody in Houston knows, Paul was also the national team coach U.S. national team coach for the women and spent 6+ years with Hope Solo, the number one goalkeeper in the world. We're going to get some Houston Dash players. I believe Kalia Ohio is committed. We're working on Stephanie Oakes, and there'll be more. Trust me, I'm working day or night. I'm shaming as many people as possible into this great cause. We also have what is very interesting and I think very eye-opening. Freddie Reyes, many of us know him, has beaten cancer for the third time here just recently. He's going to be speaking at selected sites to the youth. And I remember, Olivier, when Freddie spoke to your kids out in the Cy-Fair area at your site, and I just remember their eyes opening. And, you know, his words, nobody had more powerful words than Freddie Reyes that day.
No, absolutely. Freddie's such an inspiring figure. Everything he's been through and his attitude throughout the whole process is just an absolute role model to us all. And all of us think that we have some problems every day, and then you meet someone like Freddie, and it's just his attitude and how positive he is throughout everything just puts everything back in perspective. So we have a tremendous amount of respect for him, and we're excited to know that he's again overcome one more battle, and I think he'll just continue to do that no matter what's thrown his way. He's a winner.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's an amazing kid to be around, and that is the personal connection. Do you get the sense sometimes that parents, once they see Freddie maybe address the kids, do they get, does it hit home to them that, wow, my kids are healthy? How fortunate am I? I mean, I've spent time down at Texas Children's, and I've seen parents sleeping in beds for months upon months next to their children. It's gut-wrenching to see some of this. But do you think they get the sense, on this day, is it a nice little wake-up call for people to realize that, wow, how lucky am I to have very healthy children?
Absolutely it does. And obviously, I know for the people in our area, well, I have to say we're very fortunate. We have some unbelievable parents here in our area, and all of them are already pretty well aware as far as this terrible disease and what it causes, and how fortunate we all are. But of course, when someone like Freddie, and obviously, the Gensch family that comes every year and volunteers, it really does. It just gives you that little extra wake-up call. And I know, just like yourself, I've not unfortunately been able to spend as much time as you have at the Texas Children's Hospital, but I know every time I make a trip there, it's again a bit of a wake-up call, but also very inspiring to see the attitude of these children and everything else. So it definitely is a big help in raising the awareness.
Well, I got to tell you, Olivier, you're inspiring. So is the Cy-Fair Dynamos, because you guys each and every year have stepped up to the plate here. You take this very seriously, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate it. I think what I love about this is it's grassroots. It's not big corporate money. It's just groups of like-minded people in our soccer community. We pool our resources and efforts, and we make this small effort on behalf of pediatric cancer, just trying to create awareness and raise some funds. So I think we're also putting the message out there that it doesn't have to be a $4,000 a plate a meal to be a part of creating awareness and being connected, and we're doing our small part, and we really do thank all of you. Now, I'm going to switch gears here and take you to Paris, France, because you were born in France, you were born in Nice, came over here to the United States. I just imagine that you, like everybody else, felt pretty gut-wrenched about what happened in Paris.
Yes, I mean, I'm still pretty much in shock, to be perfectly honest, and the way that I got to hear the news the other day, it just didn't seem real. And, I started right away just turning onto the internet to try to figure out what was going on, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. And it's just a very, very, very sad situation, very, very scary, even though, obviously, my family lives in the south. I do have my brother that was actually in Paris that night, and has gone to the Bataclan in the past to go and have a meal or listen to music. And just turned out that night, he just didn't go there. He stayed in his hotel. But it was still very scary, so it's just very, very sad. It's very, very sad, very, very hard to understand and put words to really why these type of things take place in this society.
Yeah, that's what I go to, is that it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody just going to a cafe and sitting outside, or deciding to go see some live music, and you're slaughtered and you're gone. It's I don't even know what to say anymore about it.
It's a very, very, very sad deal. The one thing that I have to be honest, Glenn, as sad as all this tragedy really is, it's what comes out. I have to say it's been very comforting to see the reaction across the world and here with the people in the club, and many directors and clubs have sent us so many messages of support, and then today I get to see the English fans singing the Marseillaise. It's just unbelievable. It's really kind of heartwarming to see how now all of a sudden the world is really to rally and come together. And it's a real shame that it takes such a tragedy, but in the same token, it's nice to see how everybody's reacting at the moment.
It's also nice to see what you guys have done for pediatric cancer, and on behalf of the Curing Children's Cancer Fund and also Kick Cancer. It's great to be doing a little bit on this together with you and all the other great clubs. Again, it's the Cy-Fair Dynamos, December 13th, 2 to 5 p.m. Ricardo Clark will be there. The Eclipse Soccer Club's December 12th, 2 to 4 p.m. Paul Rogers, the goalkeeper coach, will be there. There's going to be other players added. Albion Hurricanes, December 12th. My partner on Root Sports, Eddie Robinson, will be there. Texas Rush will do it in January. San Antonio Scorpions in January as well. Olivier, thank you. And thank you to the Dynamos Youth Soccer Club for each and every year stepping up to the plate in a big way and taking this event serious, because I think it's more meaningful than probably anything we do.
It's our pleasure, Glenn. Thank you very much.
So that's Olivier Finidori of the Cy-Fair Dynamos. We thank them from the bottom of our heart, as well as Eclipse, Albion Hurricane, Texas Rush, and the San Antonio Scorpions of the NASL, plus Dynamo and Dash players who are all on board in a big way. We thank all of you so much. Again, it's cccfund.org to sign up and or donate and be a part of this. You can mix with the pros. You can mix with these great youth clubs and their coaching staffs. It is a wonderful, uplifting day. Please be a part of it. It means a lot to all of us here in Houston, Texas. And again, our thanks to everyone. We'll take a break. More to come. Coming up is Tyler Derrick, the Dynamo goalkeeper.